Hi everybody, excuse the state of me. I feel pretty rough today. I think I'm getting cold. When I was up with my mum and dad, they were all full of it and I've just felt lousy all day. So I'm going to keep things really easy. I have not made this recipe since I created it back in May 2017. So this is a bit of a blast from the past, and it is a really easy one, and that's why I want to make it for tea tonight, because I can just 5 minutes, job done kind of thing. So let me show you what I've got, because today I am making crispy chili beef stir fry. Before I forget, I'll just show you again. I'm just using a bag of stir fry, any stir fry will do, and I'm going to add to the stir fry these straight to wok amoy noodles. You get 2 of these packets in each bag. Sometimes I use one of these between the two of us, sometimes I use one each. It just depends how hungry we are, to be quite honest. So that is what I am doing today. So let me show you what I've got so far. So I have got some corn flour. You need 1 tablespoon of corn flour. I have got some ground ginger, and you need a teaspoon of ground ginger. It asks, in the original recipe I did 2 cloves of garlic, but I'm using lazy garlic tonight because I can't be bothered messing on with that. 5 tablespoons of soya sauce and some quick sort of fried beef, if you like. These are just beef strips. There's 300 grams here, which, to be quite honest, is a little bit too much for 2 of us, but no doubt Graham will eat it, so as always. And there's my tablespoon of corn flour. And basically what I'm going to do to start with is I am going to coat the beef in the corn flour, because obviously that is where the sauce is going to thicken up and things like that. But basically I need to try and cover all of this in this. So this is quite a little bit of a messy job. So if you're not really keen on handling raw meat, then use some tongs or whatever you want, a spoon, a knife, a fork, whatever. I know a lot of people do get really funny about handling meat, but it's just one of them things, you know. Do what you need to do. So cover your beef first, and that will probably make it really sticky. Don't worry about that, that's how it's supposed to be. It'll soak up all the meat juices as well. Oh, dropped a bit. And then from there, let that just all sort of clag together. Let me just wash my hands. Now, my chilies, I always keep chili and ginger in the freezer in a Ziploc bag. So these have been in the freezer since last year. Keeps them fresh, keeps them sort of, you know, bang on without them going off. So chili, it's up to you. If you like your spices, then keep the seeds in. And with, as you can see here, my perfect knife chop skills, not with, as you can see here, trying to cut a frozen chili is so much easier. So because there's a lot of beef, I'm actually going to use a whole chili in this recipe. It did only ask for half, but I'm going to use a whole one, and I'm going to leave the seeds in. So that is going to make it even hotter. If you're not so keen, then take the seeds out. Or if you're not keen on spice, then just use some sort of chili flakes or mild chili powder. But I've got to admit, I like a hot zing. So anyway, there you go. That's how easy it is to chop anyway. So that is my frozen chili done. And then what I'm going to do is get everything in the pan, and I'll change the angle so you can have a look at how I'm cooking everything. And we'll get cooking, and it'll take about 5 minutes. Okay, we're back and we are at the cooking stage. So what I've done so far is I have added in 2.5 teaspoons of lazy garlic. Try not to get the white vinegar bit or whatever it is that it's suspended in, just try and get the garlic themselves. I've also added in my chilies, and they are frying away nicely, just on a very low heat. So let me turn this round so you can see what is going on. Let me just spin that, there you go. Okay, sorry about my arm in the way. So we've just got this on a really low heat, as you can see. And all I'm going to do is gently bring that down. Just let it cook for a few minutes. If you're using fresh garlic, then just be careful that you're not going to burn it, because if you burn fresh garlic, it tastes awful. This is the oil that I am using. This is the Tesco rapeseed oil. If you're following Slim and Wild, it is 5 sprays for half a syn. I've also got my veggies on there. I'm going to pierce this and shot it in the microwave for 30 seconds just to get it going quicker. That's all. You know, you don't have to do that, but I just find it easier. So that's cooking away nicely. I can smell the garlic now coming through, and I can also smell the chilies even though my nose is a bit blocked. So what I'm going to do is add in the beef that was sat in the cornflour. Just make sure you get everything in. And then what I need to do is add in 5 tablespoons. I should have probably measured this out. 5 tablespoons of soya sauce. If you add a little bit more in, don't panic about it, or a little bit less. If you ever watch me cook over on my Facebook page, you will see that I'm not one of these exacting cooks. It's just not my style. And then you want a teaspoon of, this is ground ginger. So a teaspoon of ground ginger goes in there, just to give a nice little bit of background heat, to be quite honest. That is it. And then what we need to do now is gently, can you see how I've took the heat of the pan down because I've added the beef? We need to gently take this down, get everything coated, but the trick here is to make sure that the beef is cooked. So this isn't going up on a high heat. I'm going to just turn it up slightly, about a medium heat, and then I'm just going to let that gently bubble away. And if the sauce starts to look a little bit too thick, then I'll probably just add a splash more of soy, or I could just add a splash of water, just, you know, to keep it going. But at the moment it looks quite nice. In my stir fry, once this starts cooking, all I'm going to do is add a good glug of dark soy, and that'll be the stir fry done. So that's really how quick things are going to be tonight. And that's basically it, to be quite honest. So let me just turn this back around. Sorry about the crap editing video. You get the picture anyway. So anyway, I'm going to get on and cook this. Once it's cooked, I'll post a picture at the end of this. Just have a little bit of patience and make sure that your beef is cooked through properly. And again, if you're not too sure, don't put it on a high heat. Just keep it on a medium heat and you'll be tickety-boo. Okay, I'm going to go and get on with this. Look for the picture at the end. And if there are any other notes or anything in there, I'll come back and I'll add them in at the end.